Welcome back to Bone of the Week. This week I'll be covering the cervical vertebrae. The cervical vertebrae are the interlocking vertebrae in your neck, connecting the skull to the thoracic or upper back vertebrae. They function to strengthen the neck and keep it sturdy when doing important things like eating and breathing. They also create a greater range of movement for the head, especially the atlas and axis. Typically, these vertebrae are labeled as C and then the number of the vertebra relative to the distance from the skull. Since the atlas is the first cervical vertebra behind the skull, it is called C1, the axis is C2, and so on. Cervical vertebrae typically have large foramina compared to other vertebrae that allow important arteries, veins, and nerves to pass through. The last cervical vertebra, usually C7, is known as the vertebra prominens and is somewhat enlarged. It has a large spinous process unlike most other cervicals, but similar to the thoracic vertebra that it is connected to. Almost every living mammal, including humans, has 7 cervical vertebrae, except for the two-toed sloth and manatee with 6, and the three-toed sloth with 9. This makes the three-toed sloth skeleton look pretty cursed. As I've mentioned before, amphibians only have a single cervical vertebra, that being the atlas. Many lizards, crocodilians, and turtles have 8 cervical vertebrae, while snakes have, well, at least 2, the atlas and axis. In reality, it's hard to tell where a snake's neck ends, if you can imagine. This is especially true because it's likely snakes have ribs on their cervical vertebrae, as many reptiles do, like this monitor lizard, but mammals do not. Birds can also have cervical ribs, but they are often small, and unlike other animals, the number of cervical vertebrae varies greatly depending on the species. Finally, here are the cervical vertebrae of some of my skeletons. Once again, thanks for watching. Like always, don't forget to leave any feedback that you may have. Also, like the video and subscribe if you want to. Bye.